Hi, welcome back to Lives. I think it's time to play a little 7 Days to Die. Alright, so we're getting pretty close to the next Horde night. So I was wondering if we shouldn't maybe think about making some I already have one of these. Some traps. Here's the trick though, is I need this. I think I'd like it better close to the edge. Just want to make sure I am over top of this building. Okay, so now this thing needs motors. How many motors do you need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that. And then we might as well do a battery bank in here, I think. And then you can hold up to 6 batteries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look, I have other batteries that are better. I don't know if the quality of the battery matters. But we'll say it does. Yeah, it definitely matters. All right. Is my wiring tools in here? Been a while since I've done one of those. So next thing I want to do is I want to make some blade traps because they're my favorite. So blade traps are iron, steel, and parts. Isn't there one more set of parts? Electric, mechanic. No, I guess that's probably it. Blade. Uh-oh. And oil. Oil. Yep. Let's try looking down here. Oil. I've got more steel and iron being made. So I can make one blade trap right now. Nice. Nice. I'm gonna need a bunch. Nope, I don't want the timer relays. I do like the motion sensors. But we'll probably just go with a switch this first time. Until I can get more made. It's got quite a time here to oh, you know what, that might be enough to throw another one in here. Let me look one more time here. What it takes to make this. It's 10 and 10. Okay, so forged iron is what's stopping me at the moment. So I told it to make 150 of each. So we'll go ahead and let those hang out in there for right now. And then while this is cooking up, we can go exploring. So we did not play D&D last night, unfortunately. The other one of the guys didn't get on at all, and so that's weird that I did not search that box. I searched everything else, but not that box. That's really weird. All right, well, let's get back out on the road. We'll go find some place to knock holes into. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I really like to play D&D, and it's bizarre to me to get people who are like, "Yeah, we want to play D&D," and then when it comes down to it, they're just ambivalent about whether or not they show up. It feels like. I mean, there's other things for us to do. It's not like we don't do multiple things. But last night was scheduled D&D night, and it wasn't like, oop, it doesn't like loading this in, and it wasn't like, we got a message, just, ugh, just flat out didn't show up. I mean, it's online, so the thing is, though, is that I know their computer turned on while we were waiting because we use Discord, and Discord lets you know when they're connected to Discord. And so I saw his name light up green from not on at all, but he didn't say anything. So we played Final Fantasy instead. Got my level 60 relic weapon next stage done, which is a long hassle of a process. The next process is super short, so that one is just about finished. And then the next one we can't do until we're completely done with uh, the expansion we're on. But yeah, that was our evening instead of D&D last night. Man, I really wanted to play too. You need to start breaking stuff down faster, man. Yeah, the one of the groups I watch, because I like to watch D&D as well, starting a new campaign tonight, which was making me want to play. But it didn't happen. I did play the a little bit of the. There's something in there of the new D&D game that came out, Dark Alliance. Not a lot. Haven't had a lot of time this week. In fact, I am so far behind on work. I'm gonna have to work tomorrow at this point, which I normally try to avoid working on Fridays. I usually consider that my one day of the week off. Not this week, though. I fell and hurt my knee, and I had I had let the lawn go a week between mowing because it didn't need it. So the lawn was at 2 weeks, or no, I guess it was a week out, um, and I had decided that it didn't need to be mowed, and then I hurt my knee, and then that was not a gas tank, that was a recipe. Uh, and so it didn't get mowed that week. It didn't get mowed the next week. Uh, and I think this is week 3. And so I finally felt like I maybe is that what I'm wearing? Yes. Uh, I felt like I could maybe mow the lawn with my knee finally this week. And weather forecast, of course, is like it's gonna rain all next week every day. And I'm like, well, I won't be able to mow if it's raining, so I better get the mowing done this week. So went out and mowed the lawn, and so by the time I was done mowing the lawn, uh, I started work, but I only got like an hour done today. Oh, weapon flashlight mod, and so I got like 6 hours of work left tonight. And it's after 9. What does that work out to be? I get done with this about, we got like 15 or so minutes left here. So it'll be like 9, a little after 9:30. Yeah, I can't. It doesn't matter because our workday closes at 3, I think. So I wind up with an hour for tomorrow, anyways. I am not going to stay up that late tonight, so I will be working a bit tomorrow. But I'd like to try and split the difference. Maybe get another 3 hours of work done tonight, and then leave me with just 3 tomorrow. Busy, busy, busy. It has been super busy at work most of the year, which is good, I guess. Better busy than no work. Can I? No, you can't pick locks. It's weird that they got lock picks, but you can't pick door locks. That one's also... Oh, but this is broken open, right? It's been a long time since I cleared a silo. Don't need it. Don't need it. Should take it just in case. Oh. Oh, look. My guy busted his knee. He can match up with me. And on top of that, my recliner is broken, which is what I normally sit in while I'm using my computer. I'm sitting in it right now, but I can't kick the legs out. Something's gone wonky with the legs. Oh, I thought they were dead. And So I really need to flip this thing over tomorrow and see what's going on with it. There might just be something under it on the one side. I don't know. It's not a rocker, uh, and so the one side is like rocking backwards when you try to close the footrest. I don't know what that means. Can you stand on this? Yeah. I didn't trust those to not fall outwards. Yeah, I definitely don't need to take some chrysanthemums with me. I think I've got that covered. Made it all the way through the first series of the Lost Fleet, so I'm pretty happy with that. I had forgot how that book series worked. It's been a while since I read it, and so the first set of books are called the Lost Fleet, and the second set of books are called The Lost Fleet Beyond the Frontier. And then there's also the Tarnished Stars, I think is the name of the other set, which intertwine with the other one, but not really. So I started reading the Tarnished Stars series last night. Because I finished the Lost Fleet series, which also made me think of D&D. I really like the concept, and I don't know why I like a concept that I've never seen done, but I like the idea. That's not true. That's not true. Um, so one of my favorite game series of all time is Homeworld, and one of these days I am gonna play through it again because I've not played through the prequel that they made when they. I think they've got another Homeworld game in the works. So um, the problem is that I'm going to have to dig. Oh, I don't even know how to do that. I don't have a player. Maybe I can find somebody's rip the files. Um, my favorite of the Homeworld games is um, Homeworld Cataclysm, and I've talked about it before. And so, oh, what do we got? Keep your robots from becoming junk. Robots and stun batons degrade 20% slower. I don't know what was that noise? That made a strange noise when I learned that book. Um, so Homeworld does it, which is probably where the concept got entered into my brain. I'm going to blame them. But I really like the idea of a ship trapped somewhere trying to make it home on limited supplies. I really like that concept. Um, I guess it doesn't have to be a ship per se. It could be anything really. But I like it with the um, spaceship aspect, especially because I'm, big fan of sci-fi. Uh, and so Homeworld fits that storyline, the original Homeworld. Because in Homeworld, your world is destroyed and you are taking your fleet of ships across space on limited resources that you try to collect along the way. It's not exactly what I imagine in my head. Stargate Universe was pretty good at it as well. That was a good TV show that fit the genre I really wish happened. And so I was imagining how to create a D&D game that worked off of the concept of flying a ship through space with limited resources. Oh, lucky goggles. I like the lucky goggles. What am I wearing? Ski goggles, which give me +1 agility. But lucky goggles give you loot bonus. Sorry, ski goggles. These are better. And and then the Lost Fleet is kind of the same thing, um, except they're at war. Star Trek Voyager did it a little bit as well. Um, they didn't stick with it as hard as they were in the beginning. I do remember them like landing on planets and stuff because they didn't have fuel or food or something. Uh-oh, got too much junk. Am I supposed to go up here or up the ladder? Up here, it looks like. And I don't know. I just really like the idea of being lost and trying to find your way home with limited supplies and having to, make sacrifices to your vehicles to, part breaks down and they tear apart one of their only 2 shuttles to repair the main ship, but, they can't survive without the shuttle as well, so now they can't let anything happen to the shuttle and stuff like that. And so Lost Fleet does that. They travel across enemy space, trying to find their way home with limited resources while fighting battles. So it's a very, very fun space opera for me, which I really like. Stuff like the Honor Harrington series, or Elizabeth Moon has a pretty good series. I don't remember what that one's called. It's been a while since I read that one. But yeah, they made it back home, and then immediately turned around to go deal with the alien problem, which is not done. Is not done. I know. I've read the other series. So basically, like I said, the first series is they're all the way on the opposite end of Syndicate space, and they need to get back to Alliance space, which, they're enemies with the... I need this, so... Um, so they scrounge and steal and fight their way back to Alliance space, and then during the course of that, they discover that the reason the war is happening is because the Alliance, or no, sorry, the Syndicate are basically their space is Alliance one side, aliens on the other, and the aliens are pushing against Syndicate space. And they figure that the aliens betrayed the Syndicate, and that's why the Syndicate started the war. Because they believe that the aliens were going to back them in a push against the Alliance, because the first invasion fleets went to secondary systems and left the main systems alone, and so they figured that the aliens had agreed to attack the main systems, but really what the aliens wanted was the two human groups to fight each other so that they would leave the aliens alone. Um, I don't remember if they get to the point where they talk about what happened, which started the whole deal with the aliens, but it just seems like the aliens just straight up betrayed the Syndicate and left them in the middle of a war that they couldn't win because the two sides were pretty evenly matched, so that the humans and the two human groups would just fight each other forever. And they also, just in case, released a advanced travel technology called hypergates that they then try to use to kill. Oop, you're a runner. Also a runner. And so they can detonate the hypergates that everybody now has on their big systems because they're expensive to build, so they only put them on the best systems. Wink, wink. So that they're actually giant mines that can be detonated to wipe out whole solar systems. And that was the plan. That was the plan the whole time. And so they managed to crack some of the math that goes into how they work and make a setup for the explosives to be attached, so they can detonate the different segments correctly to shut down explosions should they be detonated, which the aliens do try to do a couple of times in the book. And but yeah, so then they go back and they figure out how to see the aliens, because the aliens have some kind of quantum level virus on the computers, and so it's changing what their sensors are displaying, and so they figure that out, and and then they fight the invasion fleet off that shows up at the one star system, and then they go home, and that is the end of the first set of books. And so the books I'm on now, the syndicates, uh, their government is falling apart, and so all these different star systems are going independent, and so um, so this one major star system that connects to 8 other star systems, kind of it's called Midway because it's the midway point between a bunch of systems, uh, goes independent, and so the book is, or the trilogy is about, their struggles to free themselves and hold their star systems in the end, um, from what happens. Uh, oh, geez. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, granted, I was expecting a death. I don't know where my bed is. Um. Well, I'm gonna, I guess, call it here, and we'll have to pick back up on the jog next time. Well, but yeah, so then the next series is them dealing with the aliens, good ones, bad ones, and then there's a series called Genesis Fleet, which I have not read. I have it, but I haven't read it yet. And then they started a new book in the Lost Fleet series, so I don't know what happens after they're done dealing with the aliens. Because I honestly can't remember if I finished that series. My dang entertainment ADD. Start in on something and then get distracted. All right. With that, be better than the little things. Lean into the light. I will talk to you later.